Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is Christy from Full Bloom & Co. and today I have another paint with me video. This time around we're doing a few flowers and some cute mushrooms, and I hope you have a drink or a snack by your side and that you join me in this painting journey. So today I wanted to briefly mention and talk about my 2021 resolutions. First of all, I hope you're doing well. I hope 2021 treats you well and at least treats you better than 2020. And I almost just dipped my brush into my coffee, so I put it away because it's a dangerous situation. Anyways, so here we are. I'm using gouache paint from Arteza and I'm painting on my Mosurico sketchbook. This is the watercolor sketchbook, I believe, and the paper is really thick and lush. I find that the texture is there on both sides of the paper, not on just one, so I find that to be really appealing to me. And as you see here, I'm just adding my main colors for the flowers. I'm gonna be using warm tones for the flowers and the mushrooms, and yeah, let's go right in. In terms of approach to color, that's one of my New Year's resolution. I want to have a more systematic approach to it and actually know what I'm doing, because most of the times, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I just worry about the sketch and that's it. I sketch the piece and then I go right in to painting without really thinking about what colors I'm gonna be using where and what is balancing whatever and stuff like that. One thing I'm really happy about though with this piece is that I used white space, and that's something most of the times I forget, because I'm not a pro, so I still I think I will forever miss those type of things. But anyways, in this one I was really happy about how I was using white space and how I kind of use different hues of the colors to make the piece more balanced altogether. So for the leaves, this time around I'm choosing to break it up by half. So half of the leaves is going to have a different hue than the other half, just to kind of make it more interesting and have the light kind of in a different perspective. Yeah, but like I said, in terms of color, one of my New Year's resolution is to actually know color and choose it in advance. I love when people have a little swatch of their colors on the bottom of the piece. I find that so cute and I find it intriguing, but I think my perfectionism always tells me that a finished piece that people will buy and hang on their walls cannot have swatches or should not have that type of more unfinished details. But I love it that people actually include them in their prints and in their products, because that just makes such a, I don't know, it's a more comfortable and familiar look to me. So I hope you will see that more in my pieces. And so this painting was for Inktober of last year, 2020. And yes, I did do this in September last year, and I'm only now doing the voiceover for it because it's been a crazy end of the year for me. I started a new full-time job, and that kind of shifted my priorities, of course, and also shifted what I do with my time. So That's why I'm only doing this now, but better later than ever. I mean, better late than never. Okay, so one more thing about color is that I want to pay attention to I want to do more pieces that are monochromatic. And I actually, this is just reminding me that because of the piece you see on the right side of my sketchbook is one of those attempts. I'm not sure if I did a really good job or not, but I like the way it looks, and that's just a couple mountains that I did all in blue. It was very inspired by the Pacific Northwest, since I live here in Seattle, and we're all surrounded by so many mountains that I've been loving painting mountains as well. So those are the main things about color that I want to explore this year. And then another art resolution that I have is to work on backgrounds. As you can see here, the main flower is white. But then at some point I was wondering, heck, how can I change the color of the background in order for the flower to be left white? Like, what can I do to this piece to break that up and create it in a more interesting way? And that made me think that when I'm doing my pieces, I'm not exactly thinking about the background and how the background interacts with the piece and all that. So for sure this year I want to explore that as well. And in this case, for this piece, I wouldn't have started by painting the flowers, right? I would have started by doing the background, but because I have this habit of diving right into painting the main subject, I then create that I make that mistake of not creating an interesting background, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are the main things. And I also want to spend more time on my sketchbook, and even if just for 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes a week even, it's better than nothing. And ever since Inktober, I haven't opened my sketchbook, which is quite daunting and scary at the same time, because it means I'm not creating new things like I wanted to. But yeah, so those are my art resolutions, you guys. What are some that you want to explore this year? What are some things that you want to work on, and what are your main goals to achieve this year? And by the way, full disclaimer, it's okay if you don't have any. If you just want to go with the flow and just do whatever, it's totally fine. I'm just being more organized this year because I have less time, so I've thought of those in advance. So yeah, I'm just finishing up these mushrooms now, and I decided to go with a different look. I decided to not go with the cartoony style and with the eyes on the mushrooms, just to keep it balanced. And also because I was liking this piece so much that I thought about turning this into my new logo. Eventually I might do that, but not right now. It's too much work, and I recently changed my branding. When I say recently, it was probably more than 8 months ago, I think. But yeah, this piece is on my mind for a new logo eventually. And so yeah, just to finish it up here, I decided, because I didn't have time to build up a background, I decided to add an off-white layer to the flower, and also keeping in mind the white space, just like I said, just to keep it more interesting. Oh, and also that reminds me that another thing I would like to work on in the new year, but I'm not sure if I will remember that, is shadowing and the way light hits the painting. but let's see, one thing at a time. I'm not sure if I will have the brain power to do that this year. Okay guys, I hope you have a good one and that 2021 is a good year and that you continue to make your art. Let me know down below what are your resolutions. I'd love to hear about them. Bye, have a good one.